Hi there. Welcome to my little video training series called Trainer Skills. In this series, I'm going to be teaching you 8 foundational skills that you and your dog will learn to make the best use of your class and the best use of your training time for life and for other dogs that you may get in the future. I've been teaching dog training classes for over 25 years, and it's always amusing to me that students are surprised when they realize that putting their dog through a class is not going to magically train their dog, that my classes are not about training your dog, me training your dog. My classes are about teaching you to train your dog. So you're going to learn how to communicate better with your dog so that training is easier, and my job is to teach you some techniques and tips that will make that experience better and more positive for you so that both you and your dog can get the most out of class. I also find that if everyone in the class practices their training skills with their dog, that the whole class goes more smoothly. We spend less time kind of preventing things and fixing misbehaviors, and more time working on the actual behaviors that you came here to learn, such as sit and down, stays, and other behaviors. So once again, these 8 behaviors, trainer skills, are foundational, and I hope that you'll find them useful and that you'll practice them outside class on a regular basis, because they will be useful for you and for your dog for life. Okay? So you'll notice that in this video I will be talking about and using markers. Okay? I'm all about marker training. Marker training is a technique of operant conditioning where you have a sound usually, sometimes something visual, but usually a sound that is very precise and tells the animal that, boom, when they hear that sound, that behavior that they were doing when the sound happened is the thing that they are getting a reinforcement for. And that sounds really abstract, but animals learn it very easily. And you're going to learn it easily too. So we use 2 kinds of markers. You can use a verbal marker, which is what I usually use in my baby puppy class. The verbal marker we use is yep. A lot of people use yes or other things. I prefer to use yep because we tend to say yes a lot in daily life, and it might be confusing to you as well as to your dog. And also yep kind of ensures that it's going to be short and sharp sounding so that it's salient to your dog. They can hear it more easily than a soft yes, okay? That can be long and drawn out or whatever. So that's our verbal marker. And then of course we also use a clicker to mark behaviors. Mostly in my more advanced classes we use a clicker, and in tricks training we use clickers. Anytime really when I can use a clicker to teach a new behavior or to sharpen a behavior that my dog already knows, it's better to use a clicker than a verbal, especially in a place where there's no distractions. And as you can see, all I had to do was click once and Bam Bam is ready to go. But I would like to ask you to please do not use the clicker to call your dog. Do not use the clicker to get your dog's attention. That's not what it's for. It is for marking a precise behavior, okay? So using the marker, might as well just get started since my student is here and we're ready to go. It's a powerful way to communicate with your dog because it is so precise. So remember that it is 1 click and 1 treat. If you click, you must treat. If you don't have any treats on your person or nearby, then do not click. Just say yes or good, say good dog or something nice, whatever, but don't say yup or click, because those are markers that are also promises. Yup means you're going to get a treat. Click means you're going to get a treat. And so if you click or mark, you must treat, okay? If you get no response from your dog when you ask him to do something, don't say anything. The marker training is binary. There's either a marker or there's no marker. It's either a click or no click, 1 and 0 in computer language. So there's no need to say or no or or anything like that. Aversive verbal communication is just a bummer for your dog, and it really doesn't do anything helpful in terms of your training, okay? So in terms of using the marker, we're going to get into some other skills in the class, well, actually coming right up next, which is training posture. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is your formal training posture. I like to teach this in the class so that students are less tempted to flail their hands around or their treat bags, food bags, poop bags attached to their leash should not be there at all. But keeping your hands here does two things. It keeps you from using your body in a confusing way to the dog. And secondly, it starts to tell your dog, hey, we're about to start a training game. So come on over and let's get on board.